to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Happy CPI day. Got a rally going. The Dow's up 623, Dow futures, NASDAQ futures up 329, S&P futures up 81, VIX down to 17.15. So, will this last all day, or will we see it give it back? We'll soon find out. And there is the bell. No 1DT for me, obviously, with the VIX being down that much. I had mentioned in Discord that I went back this morning and looked at other CPI days, and I didn't trade at all any TLC trades in December. And then in November, I know I was out hunting, so I didn't trade any then. And I kind of looked back from July back to July, so like July to October. Didn't really have great results. So there was more red days than green. So I'll definitely be careful. Or, I don't know. I may not trade TLC at all. You just kind of got to see what kind of consolidation it gives you. And then, VIX contracting, you got to kind of see how wide of an iron condor you can get. There's just a lot of factors. JPM had earnings, and a lot of the banks were up after earnings. JPM coming down. Yeah, so JPM coming down. Tesla up another 3 2/3. Roku up 3%. Meta up a little under 3. A lot of green. NVIDIA still struggling, man. Even with a big old push up, it's looking at going red. What a struggle it's been for the stock everybody says is so amazing. Yeah, nice push up by Apple. It continues up through pre-market highs. You're watching some growing volume bars. Steve's in Hood. I don't even have that on my board. So far, not seeing any growing bars. S&P coming down. Yeah, I wondered. This hasn't been, the market's been pretty weak. I was wondering if this would pre-market push up would stay or not. Let's see. Yeah, Hood's going to be close to a big volume bar for an upside volume runner. So good call on a quick upside continuation on Steve. We'll see if it wants to pull back or not. Pull back so far. Boy, Netflix kind of coming down. Nvidia trying to bounce a little bit, but it's still below where it opened. MU pushing up. Microsoft has pushed through pre-market highs. Seen a lot of stair stepping down in volume. AMD through highs. Apple continuing to push up. It looks like at 10 a.m. Central is the first Fed speaker to speak while the market's open. VIX down 10.5%. Hood coming down a little bit. May give us a chance to enter. I go in on the 44 calls in Hood. I'm trying to just jump in here and get filled. Man, I can't get filled. Gosh, dang it. Filled at $1.39 at the best fill. Let's see. So I would close half at a dollar. Let's just go $1.55. I may adjust that a bit, but we'll see. S&P pushing up. So Meta, it's not enjoying a push up with some of these other stocks. Some of these other big boys that are pushing like Microsoft and Apple. Build $1.55 in Hood. They closed another Hood at $1.68. Yeah, Beyond Meat's what is it? $3.08 stock. I mean, I don't trade. I don't trade stuff that's below $50. I mean, at the money calls are 10 cents. So yeah, I don't trade beyond or anything that small. It's pretty much got to be at least $50 or higher. NASDAQ up 405. Built at a buck 68 to close another hood. I'll close another hood at a buck 82. Let's see. Tesla pulling back here a little bit might be a good spot for upside continuation. I was looking at the 415 call in Tesla. And filled at 825. So it's pushed up, pull back, looking for another little bounce. All right. Meta trying to get up to its highs of day. Yeah, I could have got a better fill in Tesla. I didn't want to miss it, so I was quick to jump in. Sold at a buck 85 to close another hood. Close another one at a buck 97. Wow, MU strong. All right, so Tesla, I want to see it take off here now. I'm not gonna mess with it if it starts chopping or can't can't push up the highs of day. You kind of got to be careful on days like this because it's like, well, everything is strong, but everything just it's not going to go up, just keep going up all day long. There's going to be some probably pullbacks. Microsoft, that's kind of some good action for upside continuation as well. Push up. It's got a little 2-bar pullback. Look at Nvidia. It just couldn't get through its highs. Nvidia can't get out of its own way. Big push up in coin. Built at a buck 98. It's closed another hood. So another thing with hood, it's like, okay, when do I just close out the rest of my contracts? It's not just going to go up all day. I don't want to give any back either. Close another hood at 210. So really any type of sign of pulling back, I probably would just close my hood so I don't give any of my profits back. Love to see Tesla through highs of day. Build at 905 to close half my Tesla. Close another Tesla at 1005. Uh, Annette, you mean like what's my target price to close the entire trade, or what's my profit targets? I go up in increments of 10, roughly 10%. Asking for the first, I've already hit one profit target in Tesla. So I got in at 825. Yeah, I've already closed it. I closed half already. So I got an 825. I closed half at 905. Oh, maybe you didn't hear me say that. Yeah. So, and if anybody else is, how do I do that? 825, $8.25. It's really easy to do the math in your head. 82 cents is 10%. So add 82 cents, 825. And if a stock's really strong, like Tesla is now, I may like increase it more than 10%. Like my next profit target, I just got filled was a buck. So I just got filled at 1020 to close another Tesla. I got one contract left. So if I got filled at 1020, so 82 cents added to that would be another 10%. But so I got one contract left. Tesla's super strong. 1020 I got filled. So let's just set it for filled at 210 and you could have another hood. So I got filled at 1020. So let's set it for 1150 to close my last Tesla. I'll get out of another hood at 222, $2.22. Meta and Nvidia finally cracked through their highs. Yeah, it's always 10%. So let's just do something like let's just say I get filled for $4. So 10% of that is 40 cents. So 440, add 40 cents to my original fill, 440. And then next one would be 480 and 520, 560, just going up by 40-cent increments. So hood, man, I got a really nice profit. I've got 6 contracts left in hood. So I really don't want to see a pullback here. In fact, I think I'm just going to close my hood, and I've already lost about $100 on this pullback. Well, you know what? Let's give it to the end of this bar and see what the next bar does. Apple, two highs. See, this would have been a good another good continuation runner if you're just learning these strategies. So Apple push up, little 2-bar pullback. If you could have gotten long at that 2-bar pullback, it continues up. Oh, Meta had a mighty 90 short. I didn't see that. kind of hard to short things in this market. All right, so I'm going to be watching Hood here. I'll give it 1 minute and see what's happening at the end of the first minute. If it's the signs are it's going to pull back, I will close it out. If signs are that it wants to continue up, I'll give it another minute and just evaluate this minute by minute. Let's see, Goog pushing through highs of day. Let's see here. Coin had a mighty 92. I didn't see that. Let me put Hood on here. Yeah, so I don't want it to come down any further than where it's at. Otherwise, I'll just close my remaining contracts. Yeah, I saw the coin Mighty 90. Mighty 90 short. You gonna short it, Krish? So far, Hood is holding. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep holding Hood. Get out of another Hood at 220. I also have just one contract in Tesla left, so I don't want it pulling back anymore. Nice mighty 90 short in Netflix. I think I might get out of my Tesla. I've actually missed out on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep my Tesla. I've actually kind of missed out on this mighty 90 here in Netflix. That's good volume separation right there. Also if I have one contract left, another option is to reload in Tesla if you still think it's got more upside. Hood? Sounds good holding Hood. Filled at 220 to close another Hood. Get out of another Hood at 232. What an insane volume runner in Hood. Apple pulling back a bit. Yeah, see, Mighty 90 short Netflix probably would have gotten that a half on the pullback, but now it's since bounced. I mean, days when you know Nasdaq's up over 2% and S&P and Dow are up over 1.5%. It's tough to short something. Yeah, I was really thinking about reloading there in Tesla, adding a few contracts. But like I said, it just can't keep going straight up all day. I mean, it can trend up, but there's going to be some pullbacks. Man, MU is just it's looking like it wants to go straight up all day. Just not really any pullbacks at all in MU. You can kind of see though, Nvidia hasn't even made it back to its pre-market high yet. All these other stocks have pushed through pre-market highs. So that tells me at some point, if there's a pullback, Nvidia will probably pull back. You know, S&P, it's been in a 15-point range for 30 minutes. It's trying to continue upward through highs though. These are days you gotta be careful. It's like it sucks you in. You get sucked in with a little bit of consolidation and then it rips, and then a little bit of consolidation, then it rips. I'm gonna change my Tesla to get out of my last contract. I'm just gonna change it to $12. Now it's starting to kind of like it can't push any further. So I'll watch that when I may close. I'll make a decision on to close it or hold it for a little bit. I don't want to see it come below where this red bar is. Definitely would close it. So you got to kind of make a decision on these continuation runners. I mean, I've given back probably $250 on this pullback here. X. What is X? Baz, I'm not sure what X is. Oh, I haven't traded that. I didn't even know that was tradable. I mean, look, so here's a so if you look at the at the money, like it's 85 to 92 cents. I mean, it's got to be more than $1 for me to trade it. Now, that's not to say like you couldn't trade it or other people. I just don't like trading them because it's tough to make profits when they're that small. Coin runner, what kind of runner? It's not a volume runner. So could it be a continuation runner? Yeah, possibly, but it's already bounced. So I wouldn't get in off the bounce there. Oh, Meta's still pushing up. Like I like Tesla better than coin if I could have reloaded for upside continuation on this pullback right here. That would have been a good entry. We look at Netflix now recover. So Hood again, you see it push up here. Yeah, it would have been a good from I would have if I would have reloaded in Tesla, it would have been darn good trade or better. Yeah, so S&P pushing out of that little 15-point range. That's where it can get you on days like this on TLC. Yeah, it's just hard to short anything with the market the way it is right now. Boeing, Boeing. What's your question? Baz, you're not related to Dark Avenger, are you? Let's take a look at Boeing. Yeah, MU just trucking upwards. Downside volume runner. Okay, so what do you have to have? And anybody can answer this. What do you got to have with volume for a downside volume runner? Anybody? What do you need to see to have a downside volume runner? Vol, like what Yes, volume larger than the first one in red. So there's no bars that are bigger than this first one. So it can't be a volume runner. Now, let's go back to hood. Because that one was a volume runner. Okay. See this second bar? It is bigger than the first and the same color. So it is a volume runner. This is what I am seeing. So what are you seeing? Yeah, I'm not seeing a volume bar bigger. Where's your volume bar that's bigger than the first? Here, let me just put these two side by side. All right, so one's a volume runner, one's not. Volume runner, bar bigger than the first. There are no bars bigger than the first, so it can't be a volume runner. Yep, got volume runners and mighty 90s have requirements for volume. Continuation runners don't have any really requirements for volume. It's all price action based. Taking a look at meta here. It pulls back to this little pivot right here. I may get long upside continuation. And it would be on the 617.5 puts. I'm sorry, calls. 617.5 calls. Let's just put an order in at $7 for now and see if it comes down and gets me. Meta. The volume runner has to have a bar bigger than the first. M&S. All right, so meta coming down a little bit here to that pivot. And filled at $7. All right. So who can tell me what the meta profit target would be at $7? What's the first profit target? Who knows? Faz. Okay, so again, I want you to know this, but like when it pushes up on a pullback, we wouldn't get short. So it has to be a call. Yes, 770. You're correct. Now, pushes any more below right here, that would be my line in the sand exit for Meta. I really didn't want to see this second red bar at all. Remember what I said though? It's like it's like it can't just go straight up. There has to be a pullback at some point. But yes, 770 is the first target. Second target would be then 840 in 70-cent increments. Now, if it can hold right here, I still like it higher. Thought I got a pretty good fill. It's come down a little more than I wanted. Hood and Tesla still in them too. It's real easy to get greedy on days like this, where sometimes you just need to take your profits. Tesla, it's not really pushed up to hit my. I got one call left. Meta was trying to push up. It's trying to keep its head above there. MU's got a nice little 3-bar pullback. Let's see. Let's just put it here. Push up, nice little 3-bar pullback. Getting long here would be potentially good. And if it came down below here, you just exit. I actually almost like that better than that Meta trade. But I'm going to roll with what I got. Yeah, CMU. Now look at MU. You could have got in right down here when that bar was red. We'll see if it stays green or not. Honestly, really, the S&P's got some pretty darn good chop going on. Netflix through highs of day. Can Hood give us one more push up? And I want to see Meta push through highs. Tesla needs to give me another little push. Yikes. Tesla now eating profits. Pop back up there, Tesla. Yeah, see, look at MU. Yeah, that was a good little continuation runner push up. It had a little 2 bar, or I'm sorry, 3 bar red pullback. That last red bar pushed green. Hey, what? I'm just gonna go ahead and close my last Tesla. I mean, it's kind of being greedy holding one contract. Build at 990 to exit Tesla. Ah, Meta coming down. Darn it. Tesla may rip higher, but I only had one contract left. So I was like, just take your profit. If I can finish today with this, with Meta pushing through highs, it'd be a real nice day today. Nvidia still has not made it through pre-market highs. All this pushing up by all these stocks, and the king stock, according to everybody, has not even gone through pre-market highs. All right, I'm gonna take my profits in Hood as well. It's been the last 15, 20 minutes. It's done nothing. Let's see if I can get build at 220 as it is pushing up. I looked over and I saw it flip green and I was trying to cancel it, but it got filled. Filled at 223 was my final. Ooh, and then filled at 770 in Meta. No. Yeah. So I closed another Meta at 840. Yeah, I mean, hood, it's not really going too far. S&P, pretty good consolidation, really. Coming down a little bit. Come on, Meta. I want you to hold. I want you to hold and get back up to highs of day. But the S&P is dropping. See, this is what I was saying. Like, I knew there was gonna be a pullback at some point. Like, it just can't continue to go upward. So when you're long and on days like this, you gotta really watch your positions for pullback for that one good pullback. See, pretty good out in Tesla. One contract left. Pretty good out in Hood. Now Meta, it's not really pulling back. If it was to have come down through this pivot, I would have exited. See, I was just continuing to hold Meta here because it just wasn't really pulling back. All right, well, I'm gonna get off and start taking a look at TLC. I didn't really think I'd even maybe I wouldn't even trade TLC today on CPI day, but I mean, in the last hour, price has been on an 18-point range, I guess. I don't know. I still may not trade TLC. I just got to see what this does. These things can have a pause and then a rip pretty quick. VIX down over 12%. Hopefully, this update will mean a very calm power hour. So Meta trying to get up through highs of day. Nvidia trying to get through highs of day. Looky there. It's coming right up to pre-market highs is Nvidia. Come on, give me another big push, Meta. Big bucks, no whammies. TLC is my price action iron condor zero DTE trades. If you look at the Dr. Chad channel in Discord, that's where I post those trades. And you can find the course in the trade plans channel. Also, if before I get off here, I'm kind of waiting on Meta. I do have some spots open for some coaching. If anybody would like me to create a tailored plan, trading plan for you, I work together through Zoom and post the info in the Discord. So I've had some really good coaching sessions, and it's a little bit of an investment, but people are seeing really good success. So love it. Hey, Dark Avenger, do you think I would spend every day, all day coaching people for free? I knew Dark Avenger was there somewhere. He was just lying at the surface, waiting to strike. Yeah. So what I do is I create a plan, and I actually through the Plan Do Study Act. It's a Plan Do Study Act process, and we create it together, and then I send it to you. So like you can literally print it off and have it sitting on your desk, so you follow the rules that we've created for your trading, and then I build in like how are we going to measure success? Typically it's trading results, and so then every week I have the people that at least I'm doing now that they send me their weekly results, whether it be paper trading, real live trading live, it just depends. But it's definitely been. I mean, I haven't every person I've kind of coaching session went with has gone really well. Ask Moel. He went through it, and I know he's active in here. Some of the other people that I have done it with, they're not. There's they're in the Discord, but they don't post a lot. Um, but I know Moel posts a lot, so feel free to reach out to him, and he'll let you know what's up. Wow, look at Hood. Hood took back off. I think I had like 5 contracts or something left in Hood. So I need Meta to take off because man, I'd really like to. Let's see what how wide of an iron condor you can get right now. You can get about 70 wide. Price has been pretty muted. Meta coming down. Bummer. I'm gonna give Meta another bar and see if it wants to push up here. Otherwise, I'm gonna close it out. I need Meta to bounce here. Yeah, I don't know. I may put on my first TLC trade of the day. It's been pretty decent consolidation. I didn't really know if I would, but yeah, I just placed it. So I'm going to post that. I'll post that for everyone in my channel. We'll give it a go here. Price has been pretty muted. Let's hope it stays that way. Meta not really going anywhere. Okay, so filled at 590. So I use this 4.7 and 4.4. Put in my OCO order. Yeah, it's all in that link, Faz. So click on the link I shared and it's all in there. Everything. It's three sessions. Typically we give it about a month to 6 weeks in between because you want to give it time to see if what you're doing is working or not. So it's 3 sessions, usually over 3 to 5 months. All right, so Meta trying to push up a little bit. Can it get through highs of day? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. So this Meta, see how many contracts do I have left? I think I have a couple left, but if it pushes through highs of day, I'll scale out. If it looks like it wants to come down any lower than where it just bounced, I'll cut it right there. So that is what I'll do with that. And I'll post in the day trading chat channel when I'm out of it. So I will see everybody during power hour. Have a good one. Peace.